sure.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. And how does, because I think there are so many, and this is where I even just came across your Instagram as regards to you prescribing exercises as well. Like, I feel like there's so many Instagram information on how to get a Kyrie hand and how to shoot like a KK. But the injury prevention, mobility, stretching, I think is something that a lot of athletes need to take into consideration, but they can be quite overwhelmed with coach or Shay, like, where do I start? For like a player who's not just working on a skill, but perhaps wants to get their foot in the door and is how to treat their body right. Like, where do they start, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I actually posted about this the other day. You can't out train a bad diet. So there's this right, yeah, you gotta start in the kitchen. Yeah, you have to start in the kitchen. Like you have to, because that's gonna change. When you wake up in the morning, you're gonna feel different already. You're gonna have the motivation or the energy, sorry, or not. You're gonna wake up and feel sluggish. You're like, how do I get through this hour and a half workout? Like, how am I gonna feel after knowing that I put in the right or the wrong nutrition into my body? So that's definitely the first thing. And then you have to take weightlifting serious. You have to, especially if you're an athlete, you do it in an athletic way where you're still moving fast, you're moving powerful, and you're being agile. Because all these little things will add up to make you a better basketball player.
Right.
Once you don't have to worry knowing that if, for example, coach shows you a new move, you're like, okay, how can I actually get myself to that position and being able to move my body without being too heavy, without being too stiff, and with actually being agile and actually get myself to the rim.
Yeah.
And you have to prime your body so then when you learn that skill, you're like, okay, this is how I can do it, this is how I can extend my shoulders, this is how my feet are gonna work. All of that stuff. And then obviously the basketball side of it, of course.
Right.
But yeah, definitely being more explosive, being stronger with the ball, it all feeds into being a better basketball player for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think especially even for me, I'm just learning how important injury prevention is, that especially when you walk away from the sport, you still want to be able to get up and out going. So like for yourself, because you came from having an injury in your previous years played to now, like what are some tips or even exercises that you still do now that keep you loose, make sure you got good ankle mobility, mobility? Like, what are some of the things that an athlete needs to look out for just so that they don't injure themselves?